Welcome back to the eSports Report. Chris Puckett and Revan in the New York City studio, and we are profiling our Call of Duty X Games rosters that are going to be attending the first ever eSports competition at the X Games in Austin.
You've been saying a lot the past week.
Can't stop, won't stop.
How excited are you for this event?
88%.
88%?
Haven't reached the 95 yet because we're still working on some videos and some assets for that, but once
1 week
all
left.
that is done, it's game time.
Yeah, 1 week left until the X Games. I'm excited. I can't wait to see, all the broadcasting, all the production, because, I've been working behind the scenes for a little bit now. I've only started to get to know the production, but I start to see those little things on broadcast now that I didn't notice before.
It's pretty good, right?
It's a lot of fun.
It kind of ruins the way you watch TV now. You're
Yeah.
looking for graphic errors. All right. Well, it's time to talk about this Optic Nation squad. But before we can tell you about the current lineup, we got to tell you how they got here. Of course, for Rico Impact, they started off Kill Miracles. Parasite was on that squad with Karma. Shortly after COD Champs, they go to Gfinity in Europe. Team has a little bit of a poor performance. They start bickering. Karma leaves the team. Parasite goes off in his own direction. Where did we go from there?
Well, Parasite stayed on for another event. He stayed on for UMG Atlanta, where they picked up John, and then I'm sure you guys have all seen the videos from that event shortly after they lost their sponsorship.
Woo!
Yeah, the Kilo Wu chain. But, eventually, as you were saying, the arguments got to be too much. Then Parasite decided to split off the team, and then now we were left with Killa and Miracles. John is off the team as well, and then now they're here on Optic Nation.
Well, they went to Curse Las Vegas before they became Optic Nation, and here's a look at the Curse LV squad that was fighting for a spot, and actually a lot of people saw this team as a shoo-in to the Call of Duty Championships. They dominated the MLG COD League Season 1 online together. They're looking so strong with the addition of Ricky, a strong AR, to this squad. But at the U.S. Championships, things started getting a little bit crazy right away with an early loss to the 14th seed Rise Nation.
Yeah, that was a back-and-forth series. I was watching a little bit of that game because I was also at the regionals as well. I was playing with Curse New York, and I was also watching some of Justice while they were warming up. So I was just trying to keep a tab on the competition. But, that game against Rise, back and forth, eventually went to game number 5 where this guy, Wheats, drops 14-5 to lead his team to victory.
And what was crazy here is Curse Las Vegas was considered a powerhouse team when it came to search and destroy. But they couldn't handle the aggression of Wheats. He was just constantly in their face, scored 14 kills, knocked them into the lower bracket. And from there, Revan, things got even more dangerous. They had to face off against Curse New York, who in the COD League was near the bottom of the standings, where Curse Las Vegas was at the top.
Yeah, Curse New York. So that was my team. It was myself, Blindfire, Mochilla, and Burns. And it was a really tough match for us going into that. I mean, we saw them they were a brother team to us. And then actually the Curse manager, Blevins, was there as well. He couldn't even watch the match. It got intense.
Well, one of you was going to be sent home right away. Let's take a look at some of the action. This is game at number 3, Blitz. Curse New York, the underdogs, taking out the favorites, Curse Las Vegas.
But you should have known better, buddy. There should always be someone by the hook, and that's what Parasite did there. He hung out and was able to pick up that kill. Now advancing forward, finding another player over by the wood stairs. By American, push forward, gets the assist now. This is it. This is a good run for them. They're pushed up. They have New York turtled inside of their base. This is the opportunity that they're looking for.
Smokes have got to go down everywhere at the moment. Does get taken down. They're going to have to keep the pressure on. The problem is there's nobody there.
And they lost all 3 in those key positions there, Brycey, so now they have to drop back.
I always seem to see more players end up sneaking by than actually manage to just gun their way through. It seems to be that, however, point going through as New York finally get a point on the board. Ricky just floating around at the moment. He's all alone. There's going to be a player to his left that has slipped the net as well. He's going to see him.
Ooh.
Can he get him before the respawn? Put the fire down. His teammates come back and clean that one up.
That's going to be a big stop there because that would have tied up the game. Of course, very early, though, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And look there. You can see that pressure being applied by Vegas. Shots going down. Ricky gets taken out. Miracles is going to be pushed up. He's going to be in a point position here. Let's see if he can score. Of course, smokes. Got to use those smokes, man. I mean, they come in handy so much. And he finds, and he gets denied.
No.
And that is heartbreaking for Miracles.
He must have just seen that other player flop down. He had it. He was on it, but he was blocked by a member of the enemy team.
Wow.
That is frustrating. It's so frustrating. Miracles now trying to put shots down with the Vector.
But it was a good heads-up play by New York. Just a brilliant read when you think about it. It's like, you throw down the smoke, yeah, you're probably going to get on it. Let me hop on. And they had 2 angles covered. I got to say, that was a great move. But Miracles now is going to be stuck.
Oh, the mantle. I don't think he wanted to do that.
The mantle kills, man. And Killa now, he's going to work with Ricky to pick up this kill. It seems like they are going to be able to close him out. There's going to be 1 player in the mid street. That will be, I'm not entirely sure from New York, but never mind. Killa shuts Mochilla down, but he does manage to take out Parasite just before that one.
Certainly does. Now, Killa is just slowing it down a little bit. 7 and 8 is not positive, but they are winning. This is a very low-scoring game of Blitz.
12 and 7.
It is, but the kills don't matter on Blitz if you can't get forward. It's so difficult to do anything. I've seen teams that could be massively negative on this and still win it if they just can't get it. He's breaking down his defense. It's the critical kills.
And the other point you got to make here too is that, you know, of course, slang does come into play, but it's about getting the key kills, right?
Yeah.
And every single time New York had an opportunity to push up, they just couldn't get it. They couldn't find something to work for them. So it seems like Las Vegas is really going to be thriving off of this opportunity that they had. But I'm trying to take a look and see what's going on. Mochilla, he had a Remington, so he was going to try and see if he can win that gun battle. Not going to happen. There is going to be 1 more member left here for Curse New York.
He has to make this kill as he comes around the corner. He does. 1 more left, but instantly taken down. Not able to. Who is that who's running forward?
That's actually going to be Parasite.
He needs to make this one. However, look at the spawn. It's not going to go in his favor. 1 more. He's got to make it. There's 2 against him. He's not going to
happen.
Another player there. He's going to have to run in. It's Ricky. He's not going to make it in the last couple of seconds. Challenges anyway. But 2-1 into the second half. What a ridiculously low-scoring game of Blitz this is.
Yeah, that's right. And it seems like whenever one team just gets that upper hand right off the respawn, that one player kind of just holds it off for as long as they possibly can, and they're able to stop those attacks. Now was the final score into the first half. A lot of caps happened in this half. I mean, you know, hands down. But I would say this much. In the defense of New York, Vegas, they kind of didn't. They were turtling too, right? But they just did a great job. For me, New York just did a great job of like knowing how to turtle. And
all right, so Blitz did not go their way in the second side. You guys were able to take the Blitz game away from Curse Las Vegas, and that's where I started seeing a little bit of arguments going down amongst this roster. They're getting a little flustered. However, Game 4, they're able to take that. That forced a final Game 5. Now, what were the thoughts on both team sides going into this? Was it friendly? Were you guys talking smack back and forth? What was happening there in that moment?
Yeah, we were talking smack, definitely. The one key thing about Curse Las Vegas is once you get them arguing, that's when they go downhill. And that's always the theme whenever you see Killa, Parasite, and Miracles together. You know, everybody knows them for arguing and then losing the games after that. So we wound up taking the 4th game. When Curse Las Vegas won that Blitz, that put them 1 map away from advancing further in the qualifier. And the winner would, of course, face off against Optic Gaming. So going to the last map, it's going to be Octane Search and Destroy. And this is the map where they lost against Rise. That was their 5th game against Rise. They lost that as well.
All right, so here it is, game number 5, the conclusion of Curse Las Vegas versus Curse New York.
oh my goodness! So now 4-1 in the count here. Of course, like you said, the former world champs may not go and defend their titles at the Call of Duty Championships in Los Angeles, California. Could be Curse New York, could be Optic Gaming, could be anyone. I mean, it's nuts. What a crazy day it's been here at Full Sail University. But now, as we follow Burns, it seems like Curse New York they're going straight after B. I like this play.
They are now.
Lots of confidence out of them. Ooh, Burns gets picked off, but Killa gets dropped as well. Back over to Parasite and friends, because I want to see how they're going to respond as the bomb has gone down.
Parasite now.
That nade's going to connect.
Oh, it doesn't do anything. No, he's going to pick up the kill. Now they have the numerical advantage. They've got to make something of here. They have to turn this around. 4-2 is very different from 5-1. Parasite now moving in with his teammate Ricky. Ricky not having a great game, 1-4. They have to make this play. Parasite, he's been going big all S&D. He has to do it once more. Player comes out, he sees one there. Fortunately, the pinch is going to occur on a Parasite. Going to make that kill, though. 1 more left. It's going to come around. No, he doesn't manage to get it. His teammate is not close enough.
No.
No, Ricky is not close enough to do this one
again.
The timer is killing Las Vegas. And now it's going to be 1 round before Las Vegas could go out of this tournament without winning a single game.
What is it? Like it's just they're not moving. they're not moving, man. Like
It's
you
a
would,
slow burn,
you
but
would
it's not
think
working.
someone will be there to get that pickup with the bomb. Not the case. We gotta stick with Curse Las Vegas on this one. This is it. This is their tournament life on the line. Winner goes to face off against Optic Gaming tonight. I am absolutely blown away that Curse Las Vegas could be knocked out here.
Oh, they lost the
Fire
first
gets
pick.
the first pick, and that's going to be so telling here with these two teams.
Oh, no one
Revan
down.
takes out Miracles. Now it's going to be left up to Parasite and Ricky. Parasite's by
1v3.
himself. 1v3, trying to keep the drive alive here for Curse Las Vegas. He's going to look around the corner, see if he can find anyone, a Miracle, something that he could leap onto.
He's
And
down.
that's not going to do it. Curse
Oh,
New York
my
moves on to the
goodness.
next round. Curse Las Vegas knocked out
That
of the
may
Call of
be
Duty
the
US Championships.
Biggest upset I have seen this year, Golden Boy. Can you believe it? It's New York going through. They're not in the champs yet either, though.
No,
they
they're
have
not.
to play Optic Gaming for that shot in a minute. They're going to have to set up with that one.
So, Parasite drops 11-3, but it wasn't enough. Curse New York taking it you with the final kill. A little jump shot from behind the 18-wheeler.
I like to get fancy. What can I say?
That was a pretty good looking shot. Well, how did that happen? Parasite went 11-3 and they lost 6 rounds.
Well, first off, it's a team game. Even though Parasite played well individually, they weren't playing well at all as a team. If you remember that one round, it was a 3-on-2. Parasite and Ricky left alive. They wound up killing the rest of us, but Ricky was just too far away to get the bomb defuse. I mean, if you're looking at the scoreboard throughout that whole game, it was a really weird scoreboard because you had Curse Las Vegas outslaying us, but we were in the lead in terms of round count.
I don't know how it happened, but you guys seem to just steal that game away. And from there, unfortunately, you guys lost to Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming went on, of course, finished 3rd at the Call of Duty Championships. So, Optic Nation is our squad of the day. We see 3 of the players from that former Curse Las Vegas squad. After this commercial break, Revan, I want you to talk to me about this team. Are they better without Parasite, with Embos filling in? What is your thoughts on this squad? We'll find out after this.